Alright, what's going on, FishAholics? Rich here out on Swartswood Lake in New Jersey on a beautiful, foggy, overcast, cloudy Monday morning. Bright and early. It's I think around like 7 a.m. or so, and we're working our way out to the spot. Hopefully today it's the spot, and this is my fourth attempt to try and catch my first smallmouth through the ice. And you know, this is Swartswood, so there's a great chance we can catch a walleye or catch something else, but we're really after a smallmouth bass. And this is actually my third attempt on this lake this season. I tried yesterday Split Rock Reservoir for smallmouth, didn't catch a single fish, and then the 2 days before that I fished here and I found smallmouth with my underwater camera, but I just couldn't catch them. And then go figure, another guy like right next to me who was fishing, he catches 2 smallmouth. All I could do was hook into one my first day, lose it, and then the second day I just saw like a ton of them on the underwater camera, like really big ones. So I've got the drive and the itch to try and catch that big ice smallie. All right, we got 20 feet of water. I think I'm gonna set my first tip up here, follow the same contour down that way, and then follow the same contour that way, maybe around like 25 yards, and set up my 2 other tip ups. All right, all 3 tip ups are set up. But before we start jigging and drilling some more holes, we're gonna take a little intermission. You gotta go, you gotta go. All right, I drilled about an extra 6 holes right in this kind of area for me to jig. We're gonna start jigging, see how it goes in an hour or 2. I know there's smallmouth here, so I'm not gonna use the underwater camera to see if they're here. But, you know, if there's not a lot of them here, we'll know in an hour or 2 if we're fishing and jigging all these holes and don't get any smallmouth. So then we're going to have to make a move. See if anybody's home. See, there's 3 old holes here. I opened up one of them. This is where I had my camera set up on Friday when I was here. I saw quite a few big smallies here and wallies. And then over there, there's an old hole, you know, 5 yards away, and I hooked up on a smallmouth over there, which got off right below the hole. Fish on. Decent fish. Came straight up and then he zipped right down. What is that? No! Oh! I'm hoping that doesn't happen today. Got some big marks down there. Could just be panfish though. There's a fish. Got some weight to it. Oh. It's what we wanted. It's what we wanted. Yeah, man. Woo! First smallie through the ice right there. Heck yeah. Yeah, man. Not a giant. Nice smallie. I gotta get my pliers because he ate it down pretty deep, but that's a good way to start the morning off. Okay, got him unhooked, and I was really just a second ago contemplating whether or not to ditch this spot and go across the lake or go somewhere else, but now we got the first fish of the morning. We're probably gonna sit tight for a little bit longer. Just about 16 inches or a little bit over. All right, that was awesome. We got one. Wasn't a giant, 16 inches, a little over actually, but that was the fish I've been fishing for the last 4 days. And my first day here, you know, I was fishing in the same area. This is where I started, just unknowingly. I didn't know there was gonna be smallmouth here. I just kind of looked at the bank. I looked at my depth chart on my little handheld GPS. I saw a really steep drop, like dropping bank. So I figured we'd try it out. I saw smallmouth on my underwater camera, which made me fish here all day on day one, but I couldn't catch any. I had one fish very similar to that one that got off right below the hole. And then I came here day two. There was another fisherman that was here in this spot here, so I didn't want to like crowd him. And then of course, by the end of that day, after not catching anything, I walked by him, asked him, "Oh, how did you do?" And he's like, "Oh, I caught 2 smallmouth, 20 to 22 inches, he said. Could have been a little bit lie, but those, if that's true, those are some big smallies, especially for New Jersey. Day 3, I was like, you know what, I'm not fishing here. So I went to Split Rock Reservoir in New Jersey, which is supposedly like a trophy, you know, bass lake, and didn't catch anything there. Didn't even see a fish on my underwater camera. Day 4, we're back here, and we got one. So I'm gonna get back to jigging. We caught that fish on a little 3/16 ounce isopala jig with some Berkeley Gulp waxies, and let's see if we can get another one. Looks like we got a mark on the screen down there already. Maybe we'll get lucky and there'll be a concentration of them right here. And typically that's how it goes with smallmouth through the ice or in the winter, is they concentrate in a specific area. And that's why the last couple of days it was such a tease fishing here, because I had my underwater camera up a little bit shallower. Right here is 30 feet, but I was like focusing on like 15 to 20 feet of water. And I was seeing like a good amount of smallmouth and a good amount of walleye. But it's just like once I set up and kind of started fishing the area, it's like they kind of just like vanished. And maybe, you know, because I didn't really focus on 30 feet of water, you know, this is maybe where, oh, got a flag. This is maybe where they're concentrated. First flag of the morning. Maybe this is the hot time. I'm really surprised that we haven't gotten a flag already. It's been about 2 hours. And this could be a false flag because the dial isn't spinning. Yeah, false flag. And this shiner's looking pretty dead. He's not really moving around. Probably gonna have to rebait that one. But yeah, my leader on the tip-ups is 12-pound fluorocarbon. I was thinking about changing it to lighter leader, like 6 or 8, but I didn't want to bother. I mean, I really want to catch fish with the jigging rod. Oh, we got a flag. All right, let's see what we got here. Could be a false flag. Got something here. Ah, man. Cut me off. Definitely a pickerel or something, I guess. Something with teeth. Smallmouth don't do that. There he is, fish on. Giant, giant. What do we got? Oh my gosh, look at that guy right there. Fatty, Big Daddy. This is probably why these smallies are here. Oh, come on, little buddy. Get down the hole. Come on, get down there. There he goes. So that's the best action we've had since we cut that last fish off on the tip up. It's about 11 a.m. in my mind, I kind of wanted to only fish till 12 or 1 today, so we got a little bit of time left. Oh, really good mark. Just came right up off the bottom. There he is. That feels like something pretty good. Oh yeah, that's how we do it right there. I'm lucky this one was small. I saw him come right up off the bottom though. Gorgeous smallmouth. Good thing jigging's getting it done today. Tip-ups aren't doing jack anything. It's probably about 14 inches. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So the jigging setup that I'm using today is a Quantum Optics 10 little spinning reel. I spooled that with 6-pound test fluorocarbon, and I decided to pair this little reel with this True Blue Signature Series 24-inch ultralight little jigging rod, perfect for, you know, panfish, largemouth, pickerel, and especially these smallmouth and even walleye. Actually, I've used this for walleye in one of my last videos, and it was like extremely fun catching, you know, a 22-inch walleye. I think was my biggest one, and I caught him out of 30 feet of water, just like I'm fishing now. So these smallies out of 30 feet of water with this little rod is like super fun. It's truly turning into a lake on top of a lake out there, and man, I am freaking starving, so I gotta get a bite to eat quick. And then, believe it or not, we're leaving Swartswood and we're gonna go to Lake Epacon because that's kind of on my way home, and we're gonna stop off there, see if we can get like see if we can get like a decent like dusk night, you know, walleye bite, and see what happens. I still got some shiners, so we'll probably set up some tip-ups, and we'll do some jigging. Hopefully we get them jigging though. And it was pretty cool today. We fished like 5.5 hours. I caught my first ever smallies through the ice and my first ever smallies on Swartswood. And some of you guys might be wondering, like, oh, like, why are you leaving Swartswood, which has walleyes, to fish Lake Epacon? Well, you know, I have more confidence at Lake Epacon, I guess is a good way to put it. I know that area a lot better, and I feel like we'll have a lot more success if I go there. But anyway, you know, decent little outing. You know, it's not like we're fishing some like northern Manitoba lake for smallmouth where it's like, you know, stockpiled of massive smallies. So we did what we could do. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed, and never forget, like always, live to fish, fish to live, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Nice little perch, 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 perch.